Yeah, because here's the thing, you don't know what we know what we want, but we don't know what's good for us. We don't know what the best thing for us is. Like I was talking to my friend, and I said, we just kind of went on this conversation. I was saying that a lot of times we think about like what could have been, and there's a trillion possibilities of what your life could have been like. But really look at it. You don't know that that's what it would have been like. Let's say, for example, that my friend gets the job at Porsche, and he's like, this is the greatest thing to ever happen to me. So he gets in his car the first day to go to they have like a specialized school, it's like a 6-month specialized school for Porsche. So he gets in his car, he pulls out of his driveway, and some guy just boom slams into him and kills him. Was Porsche the best thing that ever happened to him? No. Let's say that instead of getting a job for Porsche, he ends up going to, I don't know, Volkswagen or something like that. And he's like, man, this sucks. I worked so damn hard to get that job at Porsche, and I'm having to settle for a Volkswagen. So he pulls out of his driveway on the first day, and he goes to training. And he does it every single day. Then he gets a job, and he works, and he does a lifetime, let's say, of working with Volkswagen. He never gets to work for Porsche, but he's always thinking, man, what could have been? If I had only gotten that job with Porsche, my life would be so different right now. You have no idea how different your life would be if you got that job for Porsche. Your life wouldn't exist. But we have this way of thinking about, if only this had happened. We can't live in that. Not only does it drive you crazy, but you also have to recognize the limits of our own ignorance. How many times have we planned for the future that didn't quite turn out that way? And so I guess what I'm saying is that the most important moment of your life is this one right now. And the most important life that you're living is right now. Not the one that could have been, not even the one that you remember, because also our memories are going to be faulty about that as well, but it's the thing that you're doing right now. So that's a good thing, because all of your failures and all of your embarrassments, where are they? They're in two places. They're in the past, but they're also not probably as bad as you imagine them being. So they're in the past. But all of the things that you set yourself up for, that's what you're living right now. So what that means is that your embarrassments, forget them. Well, try to anyway. Good luck. But they're in the past. By the way, all of your successes are in the past also. And your triumphs and everything that you hope to be, we're trying to perpetually drag those things into the future, which is a fine thing. It's a good thing, not a bad thing at all. But this moment, maybe that's a horrendous thing, right? Thinking about the fact that you're sitting in this classroom on this day is the most important moment of your life. Like, this is it. This is as good as it gets. It's not, by the way, that doesn't mean it's as good as it gets. It just means that this is what is. It's the most important. It's the most important. It's the only thing in your life that's actually real at this moment. So, true happiness is to be able to enjoy this without saying, oh, you know what, this is only going to be worth it if this works out in the future. All of this working hard in school stuff is only going to be worth it if I get that job with Porsche later. No, it's valuable in and of itself. Why? Because it was real. It's this moment right now. It doesn't matter what happens in the future. It matters in the sense of what we want, but it doesn't matter in terms of what really is and what the most important thing is, which is right now. So if you wanted to have a life that's meaningful and purposeful and worthwhile, then I guess you make the most of the moment that you're in right now. Now, that doesn't mean forget the future, because the future is going to come. Planet's been here, what, 5.5 billion years? For 5.5 billion years, tomorrow has always come. It's a good bet that tomorrow is going to come. So you have to be ready for it. That's true. But don't sacrifice today just for tomorrow. In other words, specifically what I mean is, don't make it so that today only matters if tomorrow works out. Today matters anyway, no matter what. And if tomorrow doesn't come, well, there's still today. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticism?